We're here with Lincoln County School District number 2 and some representatives from the University of Wyoming College of Education. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why you're in Star Valley and a little bit about the direction the university is taking?
Hi there, Tyler Spear, Director of Development for the College of Education. I actually work for the University of Wyoming Foundation, and here because of the exciting work the Education College is doing. It's a public-private partnership that has led to really a renewal of how we prepare teachers in the state of Wyoming. We're thankful for all those that have donated of their time and of their resources to make this come to fruition, and we're thankful for those that will support in the future to make this a reality. And at the end of the day, it's something really revolutionary. It's led by great people, our visionary trustees, our dean, and we're just so proud for the role we play in it. And if there's anything I would ask, it would be for your support, both in just what you learn about, what you read, but also as we go forth with acquiring additional resources needed to make this thing a reality.
So tell me a little bit about the program itself. You guys have a new fancy name. It's been patented. It's been copyrighted. Tell me a little bit about the program, what the aim is, and sort of why it's a solution. We've talked a little bit about teacher shortages and where education is headed both nationally and across the states. So tell a little bit about the initiative and how it's going to address that issue.
Hi, I'm Ray Reitzel. I'm Dean of the College of Education at the University of Wyoming. And the Trustees Education Initiative is probably one of the most unique initiatives that have ever been undertaken in the country. Some years ago, our trustees saw the need for upgrading the programs in the College of Education to what they called preeminent status in their resolution, which means that they want our programs to be the very best educator preparation programs in the country in a rural university setting. And of course, one of the things we struggle with in Wyoming is what we call the tyranny of distance, meaning that we have a small population spread across vast geographic areas. And so what this initiative is trying to do is to bring together all of the best research-based practices into a single program that works from high school all the way through the first 2 years of a teacher's practice as a new teacher. And this program supports students in becoming teachers all the way through that very comprehensive program through exploration, experiential learning, embedded practice, and then entry into the profession. And it has been a program that has become so well recognized that members of the Harvard Business School are singing our song, so to speak, as they have endorsed our program as one of the most comprehensive, one of the best research-based solutions to the preparation of educators in the country. And so this program, if allowed to mature across all of the educator programs we offer at the university, from special ed to elementary education to secondary education to early childhood education to leadership preparation. If the UWE4 program, which stands for exploration, experiential learning, embedded practice, and entry into the profession, those 4 phases, is allowed to mature over time, it will be one of the finest programs that a person can attend and graduate from in the nation. And we've been fortunate to have a number of really wonderful supporters. Our trustees at the University of Wyoming have been wonderful supporters of this program, as well as some private foundations like the Daniels Fund out of Denver have committed $5 million to this work. And we have great supporters across the nation like Deans for Impact, and as I've mentioned, the Harvard Business School's Michael Horn. And so this program, as it takes off, will need to have a lot of state support, not just rah support, but actual some support from the legislature and from the state to make this a reality for Wyoming as it reaches out across the vast geographic reaches of this state to provide access to education for educators both in Laramie and via distance and online delivery statewide, so that we can give the schools of Wyoming the very best teachers that this state could ever want.
So in a nutshell, you're talking about identifying quality students to get into the education program, providing them the types of learning and experiences they need in order to be successful teachers, then following them into their job placement where they actually step into a school district, making sure they have all that they need to be successful in that area. And then talking about, it brings the state sort of closer together because you're combined in this effort Superintendent, why don't you tell us a little bit about how that benefits Lincoln County School District Number 2?
Thank you. So one of the things that we've been really struggling with the last couple of years is recruiting and retaining quality teachers. And we've been racking our brains and trying to come up with different ways to recruit and to retain, except for the salary schedules, which we've been really proud of in the past, but that's no longer as big a factor as it once was in recruiting and retaining. So we're very happy and pleased that we have the opportunity to consider partnering with the University of Wyoming. We're extremely fortunate that we have a trustee, Trustee Baldwin, that lives in our community and has a vested interest in this and has made this opportunity possible. And we're super excited to continue to explore what the University of Wyoming can offer us with in terms of bringing quality teachers into our school district and allowing them to raise their families here and contribute back to the state.
All right, so Trustee Baldwin, why don't you talk a little bit about your role in all of this? What is the trustee board looking at seeing this do? And obviously, you want to see Wyoming students be successful. You want to see them stick around the state and make an impact. So talk a little bit about maybe how this program will play into that.
The Board of Trustees has set a goal to do everything we can to allow the university and the quality programs to reach out wherever they need to reach out to in the state. Lincoln County is a long way from Laramie, Wyoming. We realize that, but the quality of the programs there are things that are worth every dime it takes to drive to Laramie. Dean Reutzel and his colleagues in the College of Education have been working hard on this new program. I felt that our superintendent and others in the school district would learn some things that would be of value to them. I have a great deal of pride being a citizen here in Afton and in Star Valley for several generations. And for the school district here, as a former superintendent of schools, I've been amazed as I've looked at the quality of the facilities and the quality of the programs. And I wanted the Dean of the College of Education and his assistant to come up, take some time this morning to look at some things, see what we have to offer in terms of not only coordinating the university to Star Valley, but the quality programs we have to be made available to other school districts in the state through cooperation with the University of Wyoming. I'm a proud graduate of UW and of the College of Education, so I'm tickled to death to have Dean Reutzel here with us.
So talking a little bit about the ideal picture in the future. This program works great, you have all the funding you need, you have all the ideal candidates. Where are we at in 5 to 6 years from now? With the program, with how it's impacting districts, just give us a snapshot of if everything works perfectly, we're 5 years from now, where are we at, what are we looking at?
Well, what we're looking at in an ideal situation is a partnership between the university and the state school districts in doing two things: providing an adequate supply of highly qualified teachers for the schools in the state of Wyoming that are prepared day one to enter the classroom and to do a great job with kids. And the second piece I really believe that is important here is that the university gets information back from the school districts about how well we are doing and preparing exactly those kinds of educators for the state. If the partnership works the way it should, we will have superlative programs at the university, and those graduates will go out into the state and provide superlative K-12 education to our state's children and adolescents. They will grow up and be ready to go to college, to enter careers, and to contribute back to the Wyoming economy and to the Wyoming state culture that we all love, and build this state in a way that will sustain us into a bright, bright future.